Okay, students, I have another example of drug labels and reading them, and then going ahead and putting in our problem into our question so we can knock all of those birds out with one stone. So again, I have added another drug label here, and this is for heparin sodium injection, 5,000 USP units per 0.5 milliliters, not for lock flush, and it tells us some other things. It is a 0.5 milliliter single use Capuject, and then it tells us also the amount that is in the syringe. So we're going to go through this one and look at all the information that many of your questions from your homework have on it. So, what is the dosage concentration of this drug? And again, you're looking for not only the strength of the drug, but the way it has to be measured for us to give it. So with that being said, this is telling us on this line right here what our dosage concentration of this drug is. And this is 5,000. And you don't have to put the USP, I just put units. And then it has a little slash there, per 0.5 milliliters. So that would be our answer to the first question about this drug label. Okay? So the next one has a question of what is the total volume of this vial? So we got to look up here and go, our total unit of our vial. So see here how it tells us we have a 0.5 milliliter single-use Capuject. So what is the total unit of our vial? Would be 0.5 milliliters. All right. What routes of administration can be used for this drug, for the use of heparin sodium? So we go up here and look. We got our what's in our vial. We got the name of the drug. We got the drug and how much is in each amount, not for lock flush, from porcine intestinal mucosa for IV or subcutaneous use. So that would be IV or subcutaneous use. So those are the two routes that we can give this medication. And then now we're going to get into plugging this information in to our problem. So now I've added the question about a doctor has ordered X amount of medicine, this is what we have on hand, how much are we going to give, kind of thing. So the order states that we need to give 4,500 units heparin IV now for a patient on call to the OR. The pharmacy has sent the above medication, which is here. How much will you administer in milliliters? So how many milliliters? And we want to give 4,500 units. And we have to go back up here on what was the concentration of the vial. And we wrote it down right here. We have 5,000 units per 0.5 milliliters. So I'm going to put that here. 5,000 units per 0.5 ml. And now, again, I'm solving for ml. Anytime you're solving for something, you always put that at top. So milliliters go on top here. Well, now we don't need any of this other information, and we just basically need what we have written down here to the side. So I'm solving for milliliters. I have to find in my information what has milliliters in it. So this one says 4,500 units. It doesn't have any milliliters in it. This one has 5,000 units per 0.5 milliliters. So there's where we're going to plug in our milliliters. So I'm going to put that 0.5 because I'm using that. And since this goes with this, I'm going to put it over 5,000 units. Whoops. So we've just written that sentence a different way. So to carry on with our math, then we have 0.5 milliliters over 5,000 units, and if this is units, we know as per dimensional analysis what has to come next, and in that case it has to be units. So we look back up at our other information that we have left. We've already used this one, so we're not going to put 5,000 units back there, but the amount our doctor wants us to give is there, 4,500 units. So I'm going to put that there, and he just wants that times 1 dose, so I'm just going to put it over 1. And so here I'm going to be able to cancel out my units, and now all I have to do is the math. And you do your math just like we did math on our basic stuff. 0.5 times 4,500 and that gives us 2250. And then we're going to take this one, 5,000 times 1, and then we're going to take that number, 2250 divided by 5,000, and that's going to give us 0.45 milliliters is how much of that heparin we're going to give to this patient because the doctor has ordered that 4,500 units. I hope that helps.